So for folks who might be less familiar with your story, I'd love to just give like a brief history of like when you started at SNHU, the things that kind of happened in your life after you started, and what has sort of led you to this point and this big momentous occasion we're celebrating today, this weekend. So can you tell us a little bit about that, where your journey started?
Yes, so my journey with SNHU started in 2018, and I was actually a transfer student. So I had already had a little bit of college experience prior to, but nothing like how I've experienced since I've been here. Complete opposite. I've been in spaces that weren't so welcoming and just really hard to navigate college. And stepping into online learning with Southern New Hampshire University was just the best thing that I could have done, because I was at the time a mom, younger mom, and I have twins. So that was a big part of trying to balance my life, as a mom, work, taking care of, just all of the things. So going back in 2018, I was finishing up my associates, and I said, if I can do this, then maybe I can actually push forward and get the bachelor's and, continue with what I want to do, because public health has always been something that's really close to my heart, and just continuing to advocate for people. And so after that, it was like, okay, well, I got my associates. I'm like, I think I can do it. I think I can, go for the big one, I guess you could say. And I just decided to pursue the degree in public health, Bachelor of Science in Public Health. And that experience was great. I had amazing advisors. I was afraid because I was like, life is happening to me, there's all these things. But after my brain aneurysm rupture, like I said, I had to come back and recover and do all of these things. And it was just really tough, but I had so much support from the staff here, and I was able to continue to push through. And even with having some newly acquired, disabilities, as far as, having short-term memory issues and things that would complicate a normal education process, the OAC department here, the Online Accessibility Center, they were extremely helpful in just guiding me into ways that would help me to learn better, providing tools, things that would help me, even reading and visual aids to help me with what I was experiencing. And I was able to get through this first leg of the journey, and I'm like, I can't believe it. We did it. And I say we because the school was a huge part of it. It wasn't just me. Like I couldn't have done it without the support of everyone here. So we got the bachelor's, and I said, okay, you know what? Let's keep going. And for me, leadership is really huge. And I feel like when you have good leaders, that it changes the tone, it changes it changes the room, just everything about your work life. If you have good leadership, then you really can conquer the world, and you can bring all these people along with you, and they can do it too. So that was one thing with this school. It was the knowingness in my mind that if I can do it, anyone else can do it too. So I just really enjoyed being able to get here, and I'm like, I can't believe it. I'm graduating and getting my master's. So,
Heck yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
you did the work. You're doing it. It's incredible. Does this time feel any different, like doing commencement this year?
it does. And I say that because I'm actually graduating with my cousin, and, we're doing this together, and she's gone through her journey and I've gone through mine. But at the end of it, we get to celebrate. And that to me is the big part about being at this school, is that celebration at the end. You just can't beat it. It's the best. So if you've already been through a commencement, you've experienced it once, but it's like this time around, it's like it's times 10, times a million, the energy in the room, you just can't beat it. So I'm excited.